One time. Alright. I'm a Hexagon, gon' flex again, post chain, post chain, post chain, live
on the blockchain.
I'm a Hexagon, gon' flex again. Alright. Here we go again one more time. Alright. I'm a Hexagon, gon' flex again, post chain, post chain, post chain, live I'm a Hexagon, we gon' flex again.
That's right, Hexagon, we gon' flex again. That's right,
I'm a Hexagon, we gon' flex again, post chain, post chain, post chain, live I'm a Hexagon, we gon' flex again.
That's right, Hexagon, we gon' flex again. That's right,
I'm a Hexagon, we gon' flex again, post chain, post chain, post chain, live
Up to the right, down right, all time high.
Yo, what is good? How are you?
Good evening, Hexicans. I am well. Freddie, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Good evening, Hexicans. So you're just getting back, I think, from New Orleans, yes?
Yeah, had
Nice.
a little time out there.
Had some fun?
Yeah, decided to do Halloween out there. I wanted to learn about voodoo, and it's supposed to be one of the most haunted places around. So
yeah. What did you learn?
Honestly, I went on a tour thinking I was going to learn all this stuff about voodoo, and the tour ended up being, it was great still, but it was more about the hauntings, like the murders, like where all, like, just went to different places around mostly the French Quarter and learned about that. I learned that there is a subcategory of voodoo called hoodoo, and it incorporates more Roman Catholic figures, like Mary, like they pray to Mary. It's I guess voodoo is very nature based, so I definitely would like to go learn some more about that. But either way, I had a great day. Had some beignets, had some oysters.
I was gonna say, did you eat some good food?
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Actually visiting me from down in Louisiana. We have a hunting trip this weekend, and he flew in on Tuesday, and we're just kind of chilling all week. And then Saturday morning we get to go do our quail hunt, and then hopefully he's gonna cook his famous blackened fish with like a crawfish like sauce on cheesy grits. Oh my god, it's so good. And it's like Cajun and everything you would imagine it would be, but so good. Anyway, today we have our second show, and we bring on one of the coolest people I've ever met in the Hex community. I'm sure you would probably say the same thing about this dude, right? Like,
100%. I was trying to think of how to introduce him, because he really is like a gem of a human.
And it's hard to like. Well, last week I had never met Hexicans before, besides like the green room. But like Marco, like I know this guy, so I feel like, we're friends. If I don't give him, or if you or I don't give him a good enough introduction, he'll still come out and like still love us. But I feel like he deserves a really good introduction. But this guy, he's at the meetups. He's friends with everybody. He's an amazing person. He's got an awesome heart. He's a family man. And today we're going to talk about his art with Marco the Hexican. Can we bring up Marco? Maybe not.
I'm super intrigued to find out, because I did not realize he was an artist. Until I started seeing all the leather working and things like that. So I'm interested to know about his past with it.
Absolutely. Am I forgetting something? I'm in the private chat. And Kay, are you there? Do we have Marco? Uh-oh. Here we go. There he is. What's good, bro?
What's up, people?
Hey.
What's going on? You guys can hear me clearly, or good?
Beautiful. Great, Marco.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm good. Well, thank you for the introduction. You don't have to be so formal with it, I appreciate it. Man. Man, it's been a fun journey, with this community, with everything the past 2-3 years. I think it's been more of a blessing, right? I think it's the people I met, the relationships I built, just getting to know who I am myself, right? Just all in all, it's like one big pot, and just different ingredients, just different flavor in this.
It really is
the perfect recipe, man. And I love it. I don't take anything for granted. Everything I learned, everything I've been through, the like I said, the journey, the events, like you mentioned, it's just it gets better and better, man. and I can't wait for the future and what's to come, and just keep on doing this, and if I could do this for the next 30, 50, 60, 70 years, it is what it is,
Yeah,
But,
that's the one thing that makes Hex great is the community. There's a little something for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what you like to do, no matter what your background is, there's a little bit of something for everybody.
Yeah.
And everyone contributes.
I agree.
That's super cool.
I agree.
I don't think I know like how you got into crypto. Like how did you get into crypto? Like what was your start?
So before I continue, just to let you know, I went to the dentist earlier, so like my face is still almost numb, right? So if I mumble and stuff, that's why. But yeah, so crypto. Oh, when did I start? I would say the year I started was probably around 2015, right?
Okay.
I bought a couple of coins there. One of my buddies, Kevin and John, was basically telling me about crypto, all that stuff. They're more internet, and they always find out about the future stuff before anybody else does. Those type of people. And they told me about it. They're like, hey, try this out. It's a new wave. It's a new thing. I was like, all right, I'll try a little bit. Bought some Litecoin, some Ethereum, a few Bitcoin. Nothing crazy, right? During that time, like I really didn't care about crypto at all. 2016 came around. Almost forgot about it. Still played with it, dabbed a little bit. 2017 is when I think everybody started. The people who was like into these type of things got to be like to know more about it more and more. And during that time, I was more into like internet marketing itself. So when people was like getting dumped on and pumps and dumps happening in crypto, that was happening to me in the internet marketing industry. That's basically what I was doing on the side. So then 2017 came. I got a little bit more serious about it. But a bunch of XRP, Tron, Verge was my thing. I was like a Verge baby back then, right? It was like a privacy coin. I'm not sure if you guys heard about it, but that was like my
before
baby.
my time.
Yeah, not really, right? It's only a few years back, right? But that was my thing.
Yeah, I didn't get into crypto really. I mean, I did around that same time as well, 2017. I did buy a few things, but I was how you were in the first couple years. Didn't think about it. Like I didn't touch it. I knew nothing.
Yeah, I feel like everybody has to go through the first bear market where they just completely fall away from crypto and forget what they have in their wallets. I feel like everybody who's been in crypto has had that story. So if you haven't at least been through a crypto winter where you haven't checked and came back and been like, oh shit, I got some crypto over here.
No,
Like,
it's a good learning experience. It's so like when 2017, 2018 happened, right? Like I got lucky. I got out in a decent amount of time. I still, of course, just like everybody else, majority got wrecked, right? But I walked away with something. I chilled out, relaxed for a while, still pay attention to crypto because, I still have portfolios and stuff like that. Just learned a little bit more and more about the blockchain, etc. And then, just more and more just got interested in it. And I was like, okay, maybe this is the real thing. That this is becoming serious. And just little by little, just.
How'd you find Richard? Did like somebody put you on to his videos?
So I see a couple of guys. So when I was back then, I used to be part of XRP and like I said, Tron and stuff like that. And word gets around of like who's the next big person talking and stuff like that. So a lot of people, well, during the community I was part of, they'll mention Richard here and there, like, oh, this guy, thinks he knows it all, etc. At crypto, like he thinks he's gonna come up with the next best coin. This before Hex actually became anything, right? And I was like, so I watched a couple of videos of Richard, and I was like, who the fuck is this guy, right? Like this guy thinks he knows it all, like. There's no way how he's gonna beat, Tron and Litecoin and all those other coins that I was a part of and I was in, and I was like, there's no way that this guy. But little by little, it's like he spoke, and no matter how much you wanted to be like, oh, this guy's a jerk, like whatever, right? He's full of himself. You can't help to hear what he has to say, right? And the more you hear what he has to say, the more you realize, oh my God, like this guy knows way more than the people who's trying to teach me into crypto, because even during that time, like there's people I looked up to, right? There was some influencers I looked up to, and during that time I was like, all right, maybe these people, how we look at Richard Hart now, like, oh, this guy knows his shit, like we should study and learn from this guy. It was the same way I felt about other people during that time, and then I realized these people don't know shit. Like they really don't know anything, right? They only know what.
Yeah.
During that time, right? I'll just rewind back a little bit. During that time, Telegram was way bigger than what it was now, right? Telegram, everybody knows
Really?
Telegram, right? In crypto.
I feel like Telegram is bigger now than it's ever been,
Well,
right?
it is bigger, but back then, for crypto itself, now it's congested with a bunch of shit. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Back then, not many people was into crypto, so you had the groups of people making chats for the first time, using Telegram for that reason, you know. So during that time, that's when the pump and dump groups was happening. You know, now like if I join a Telegram chat, you can easily tell if it's a pump and dump instantly, right? You could tell these, you could tell like how these people talk and how they structure the Telegram and how they do those things. How I know? Because I've been through it in the previous Telegrams, right? Like I got dumped on. I seen it where people are like, oh yeah, you know, at 2:00. We're gonna do this all by the same time, blah blah. This and then you're like, like this is the trend. This is what people was doing during 2017, 2018 type of era, right? So yeah, so then you know, I started learning more about it. Started seeing like how these people was operating. I'm like, all they're doing is just randomly guessing. Like they're just following the next stranger, the next stranger, the next stranger, and there's no really like, I don't want to say alpha male, right? Because I don't want to sound weird like that, but there was really no alpha presence, right? Somebody that you're like, all right, you know what? That guy knows what he's talking about. Like, that's the right way, or this is the, you know, what the code says, blah, blah, or understanding the blockchain the way we look at it now, right? There was really none of that. It's more of just shilling nonstop, you know? So yeah, so over time, I just started learning more and more about it. Then Richard Hart was talking more about hacks and what, you know, Bitcoin hacks during that time and what he was going to do. And just in general. And then I was like, all right, you know, I'm just interested in this guy, stuff like that. Just so once in a while, like I kept my eyes and ears open to him, you know, just to see if he was really going to do something. Because I think if I remember correctly, it was delayed, just like a pulse chain was in some sense.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Delayed. And
I'm grateful it was. If Hex wasn't delayed as much as it was, I wouldn't have been able to get in on day one. Did you FOMO day one?
Yeah. Say it again. Oh no, I did.
Oh no. Oh okay. So I'm the only idiot that did
so,
that.
I know a lot of people that did, right?
Richard was like, "Don't do it, and I was like, "I don't know. I'm gonna do it."
Yeah. And it's like so over time, like I just pay attention to him more and more. Then other streamers I started watching that I respected, they talked about him more and more, stuff like that. Then I don't know, I started seeing Hexologist doing his thing, and I'm like, okay, you know, what is this guy? What are they doing? Stuff like that, more and more. And I'm like, you know, I kept my distance, right? Because like I said, I used to be in the internet marketing side. So I got used to being burnt left and right from folks, right? Because, you know, you trust folks really, really well, and they deceive you at times, right? Before I left internet marketing, you know, there was a partner I had where I'm not sure if you understand how internet marketing works. You know, I used to do what is it? ClickBank, I think it was called back then. You visit a website, there's a bunch of products. You pick any product you want, and you know, you could mass shill it, right? And if you shill it, you earn something, right? It was like affiliate marketing. It was legit. It was legal.
Marco was sharing them.
Right?
Marco was sharing them referral links.
Yeah, dude. So it's
crypto.
like if somebody came out, was like, hey, you know, I got the next best workout machine. You know, I look at it, it's like, oh, he's selling for $300, but if you make a profit, right, by referring whatever, you earn maybe $100 out of that or something like that, you know? So it was some decent money. So me and my former partner, you know, we built an emailing list. And the way it works, right, is back then it's very simple. You got one page, we call it a capture page, right? And it'll be like a little title or a mini YouTube video or something with an email and a name, right? It's something you do to capture somebody's information. And what I mean by that is like your email, right? But back then, email was the best way to communicate with people, right? So build an emailing list. And the whole point about this is you want to build an emailing list, right? And what that is like 100, 1,000, 10,000, 5,000 people, whatever it is. It's like your own mini community, right?
Okay.
And whenever you find a product or something that might relate to this community. So let's say my thing was, for example, art, right? And my community I build over time, and these people I communicate with all over time was all about art. And I go to this website and I see people making products of art. I will take those products of art and I'll share it to this emailing list, right? So then I'll make up maybe like 5 emails, right? From point 1 to point 5. And the first one would be like introducing them to like whatever the product is. The second one is like more of a bonus to it. The third one is like you're trying to get them to be hooked onto the product, right? Right. That's how usually internet marketing works. If you remember Empowering Network, that's how they did it, etc. That was like the era, right? So, so I'll find a product, whatever, you send it to your list, and maybe the conversion, let's say you had 10,000 people in that list, right? And the conversion rate, let's say if you're lucky, was 10, 20%. That's a really good conversion rate, right? Like you're going to earn a nice check. So yeah, me and my partner, we built a fucking huge emailing list. And going back to the trusting people type of thing, I trust this guy with everything. And, I never felt like he would screw me over. And one day I logged in, went through my list and stuff. And I noticed my list was gone. Like,
got him.
It was like 0. I was like, wait a minute, no. I logged in again, checked it out. I'm like, where the fuck everything went? So, I had to try to hit the guy. Number disconnected. Everything, right? So I was like, all right, maybe something happened. Give it like a day, maybe give it like a week or whatever. Never heard from the guy again, right? So everything we built for like months
got right.
Took it and ran away with it, right? So ever since then, it's like, and going back into crypto, I always kept my distance to, jumping into different things and understanding people and stuff like that, because you just never know if people are going to do it right, do it to you.
Always have your guard up. Yep, absolutely.
Exactly, right? So I kept my distance and stuff like that. And then, I started liking the community more and more. So I started like showing my face here and there, not too much. Like I said, I was one of those people like, I don't want to get hurt again. I don't want to get fucked over again, excuse my language, etc. So, I just, once in a while, I'll say something here and there. I was in, the Telegram chat, talking to people and stuff like that. I see Charon make more videos about hacks and all that stuff. And everybody, I was like, all right, cool. And then, I jumped in and, I never looked back. I fell in love with the community.
That's awesome.
I fell in love with the people. Like, it was a whole new world, right? You didn't have a group of people just trying to shill shit to each other. You have people that try to educate each other, right? Yep. Like, people trying to make it in this world.
Wanting to help everybody.
Exactly. People want to make it in this world. They're trying to help each other. They're trying to share the right information. And just trying to make a living off of this, right? Trying to see, this is the new thing, right? It's still new. It was still new to us, right? To me, it's still new. Like, we're still early, right? Not a Hex, just in crypto in general, right? So then that was my journey into Hex. And then I got more comfortable, speaking to more of the influencers and more people over time and stuff like that. And, the community, welcomed me with open arms. And I felt like, all right, this is a place where I could open my heart, open my soul to, and, and jump right in and provide value of what I could provide value of. And I never looked back, man. It's a fun journey, and I love every single, moment of it,
So how did you start doing the leather work and the hats and the crafting with crypto? Like, how did all your artistic side start? Like, give us that background.
Yeah. So, did you do art before all this? Because it's just like caught me off guard in a wonderful way. I was like, oh, look at, he can do this too. Fancy.
So everybody growing up, everybody told me I was like the jack of all trades, right? Type of thing. Because I was always into something, right? I was never the type of person that was just into one thing and that's it. I love to try something. I always tell myself this: God gave me these hands to try everything, right? I'm gonna try everything, right? I'm gonna try this.
Hey, can I interrupt you real quick? I always say, right, like, we're made in God's image, but God is the ultimate creator, and He gave us free will to create our own lives. Like, we have the power, and we have the knowledge, and we have the ability to literally create whatever type of life we want, right?
Exactly.
That's dope. I appreciate when you say that, man. That's sick. So I didn't mean to interrupt. You have these hands. You want to create.
Yeah. So when I was in when I was in junior high school, I took wood shopping class, right? And
awesome.
It was, and it's funny because not many people who are like me, Spanish, etc., during that time, was into stuff like that, right? It was like, it's a new class.
Be honest, it was a bunch of nerdy white guys.
Yeah, I'm in New York. There's not really, I'm more of, back then, I'd rather be in the streets than do this. You see what I mean? Like, this is the era I grew up in, And I was like, it was just interesting, right? Like, one day I passed by the class, I saw the art, the wood shop teacher. And I was like, hey, if you don't mind, can I spend like a day or two just to see what's going on here? And he did, and I was sitting there, and he handed me some wood. He's like, cut it. I was like, what do you mean cut it? He's like, yeah, just run it through the saw. Just be careful, of course, but just get the feel of it, right? I was like, okay. So I did it, and he smiled. He started laughing. He's like, I always see you in the hallways and stuff like that. He's like, this is the first time I ever see you smile as much as you did doing something so simple. I didn't catch myself, right? I didn't catch myself. So I was like, wait, what? He's like, you're enjoying this, right? I'm like, yeah, it's pretty cool, So, so, long story short, and in a few days, I'll ask my mom to send me pictures. During that time, I made a chessboard. I made a table for her. I just started making stuff left and right. And this guy was like, "You got a knack for this." Like, he's like, "You got a vision of whatever it is. Like, you just do it." Because a lot of people, they sit down, they draw something, they'll get like, a blueprint. They'll take a day or two to do it. Not me, man. I just grab some wood, whatever it is, and start doing something, right? And I go along with the flow. That's how it's always been. So yeah, I did that, and I fell in love with it, And then during that time, a lot of people don't know, when I was younger, I used to draw too. I used to draw a lot of anime. That was my life, I love anime.
What were you inspired by? Did you have like cartoons that you watched?
Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, man, stuff like that. It's the old school stuff, right?
Nice.
I always, I used to always draw, Pokemon, etc. And so this is the thing where school wasn't for me. Right, like I dropped out of school when I was younger.
Ditto.
But the thing that kept me into school was, during that time, was those two classes, right? My art class and my workshop class, besides my computer class, right? If you notice, the how you say it, the pattern is interacting, right? Like I can't sit there in a class and read a book all day, right? It's not for me. I'm sorry.
Be quiet and sit there and watch and try to absorb what they're trying to teach you. Yeah, you're a hands-on guy. Absolutely.
Hold on, give me a second. I got a phone call. Hold on. I'm sorry.
No, that's cool, man. Freaking holy cow. I'm the same way, man. Like when Amber and I first started dating, I bought my first house and I was trying to do all these upgrades on it myself. Like I knew how to do everything because I had worked like, construction jobs and stuff like that before. So she moved in. Like all these projects going on. There were like 15 projects going on. And she was like, "Oh, hell no, you're going to have to wrap some of this shit up." So it was like, I get what Marco says when he was like, there was just something about it. When he works with his hands, he feels like he's doing something. Like one of the coolest things that I remember about being in construction was at the end of the day, when I was done, like working on whatever I was working on, you clean up, you get your workspace clean for the day. You sit back and you look and you're like, I created that. Like it's just a feeling that you get. No, you're good, brother. I was just saying.
Was locked out, so I had to open the door for her.
Oh, all good.
Yeah, so it's like I can't sit there in a class and do that, right? But I could sit in an art class and draw all day and actually put my mind and soul into it, like really, really in detail and learn and like. And ask the professor. Well, I always call these teachers professors. I always have respect. I used to ask them all the time, like, "Hey," like all the time. I see them in the hallway. "Hey, quick question. If I'm trying to do a quick shadow on my my drawing, stuff like that, what do you recommend?" Like I'm always into stuff like that, right? Say they were workshop, like when I go to my workstation, I could be there for 6-7 hours straight and not care about anything, like it like I have to do something, like I'm not a great reader, right? I'm okay with math, I'm a smart dude. Like people sit down with me, stuff like that. They know, like I'm smart, right? But school wasn't for me, right? I was always hands-on. I was always into stuff like that. So, long story short, yeah, I always messed with stuff like that. And leather, I messed with leather a couple of times when I was younger, but nothing crazy.
What was your first leather project?
Oh man, I can't
keychain.
No. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like, I'm not sure if it was a book cover. It was something like that. It was something like a book cover or something, But yeah, I was never into leather much because I'm from New York once again. It's not like I'm from Texas or anywhere where I could get, cowhide left and right, all that stuff.
Right.
I can't go to the grocery store to buy that stuff. And back
then, do you have like a specific shop now that you go to, or do you go online?
Yeah, there's a couple of places I found. There's a couple of warehouses I found.
Okay.
Back then there wasn't Amazon, so not like I just order from Amazon,
Okay.
So wood was always around me, art supplies was always around me, this craft store, stuff like that. But yeah, the way I got into leather and all that stuff, believe it or not, was this bear market, right? During the bear market, I told myself like, and this was like a little bit before the bear market started, right? I was like, all right, I just want to get into something and, keep myself busy and stuff like that, because I can't just be on Twitter all day or, streams all day. Like I just like to do something. Like I said, I like working with my hands.
Be productive.
I just do, And it's funny because all my life, like I always worked in retail, right? I always worked with customer service. I was always some type of manager position. This is why I'm so good with dealing with folks and speaking to folks and not scared to be like on a stage with 1,000 people. Like it's because I've been a salesman all my life, right?
Right.
I got tired of being a salesman.
Everything in life is sales, though, bro.
Yeah.
And I got tired of being a salesman too, and that's why. Thank you, Richard. I was able to quit my job, but
yeah,
sales, dude, you'll carry that with you though for the rest of your life, brother. Anything that you ever learned in any type of sales position, you will literally relate.
I don't regret it. I don't regret
anything that you ever do for the rest of your life.
Because it made me who I am.
Everything in life is sales.
Yep. You can throw me in a crowd like so. I'll kind of, and it's gonna be hard to believe what I'm about to say, right? I'm kind of antisocial, right?
Mhm.
What?
Yeah, I don't really go out to speak to people crazy and do all this stuff and stuff like that, right? But you could tell me, listen, Marco, I need to be on stage to speak to 1,000 people real quick. I'm like, all right, let's do it. You know, that's who I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just something like that. Like I don't go out my way to just make 1,000 friends and all that stuff, but I always kept to myself. I always grew up by myself. You know what I mean? Like, I left my parents' house when I was younger.
Yeah.
I lived, I was homeless for almost 3 months, etc. Like I didn't really have people around me. You know what I mean? Like it was always like a fight for survival in my system.
That's good.
World, right? And it made me who I
feel
am.
like it's not until then that you can really accomplish like your greatest goals. Like you have to fucking struggle.
Yeah. So then, over time, I just, I always tell myself like, if I don't like to go to bars, I don't like to go clubbing like that anymore. I don't like to do any of that stuff. So I tell myself I got to keep busy. I don't want to sit here and play games all day, right? I want to do something with my hands again, So I picked up some leather. I stood like literally 3 o'clock then every morning. No lie, my wife would tell you for like 2-3 weeks straight. Watching tutorial videos, subscribing to different things, learning, cutting my fingers up, practicing. I could literally grab a bin full of like leather scraps, like practicing, and it put a smile to my face again, right? Like I enjoyed it. It didn't feel like work. It felt like pleasure, right?
It's your passion. It's what you love, man. Yeah.
Yep.
And working.
Isn't that funny how that's a common theme in art? Like, and everyone has their different way of expressing themselves, and however they express themselves, they find themselves to be most happy.
Yeah, I feel like that has to be.
Yeah,
it comes from your passion. Yeah.
And I shared, some of my work with some close friends of mine and some family members, and they're like, "There's no way in hell you made that shit. There's no way." I was like, dude,
I know it's sick.
They're like, you're a Puerto Rican kid. There's no way. Like, they're like, there's no way you did this. I was like, yeah, like I made this. Like, how? I'm like, I just bought some leather, grabbed a knife, and started making shit. Like it was just fun. And I just got better, and I got obsessed with it, right? And then I started, like, I was into technology. So I fell in love with 3D printers and stuff like that. I used to have when I was younger.
Ooh.
And then I ended up getting a 3D laser, right? And I invested in that. It's not cheap. It's expensive. The thing cost me like $7,000, right?
Damn.
And yeah. And
what the hell does a 3D laser do? Like,
so it does
like
basically,
this?
So I can engrave
all the
things.
leather
I
work?
could,
Okay.
so I could cut leather, cut wood. I can't cut metal, but I can engrave a metal. There's a lot you could do with it, right? It's a phenomenal
so
device.
you can engrave. Okay.
Yeah, there's a phenomenal device, right? So I started, so I invested in that, and I started building my workshop little by little, and I started loving it more and more, and it kept me busy more and more, And then here and there, people hit me up like on Twitter on the side. It's like, hey, dude, like I want you to make me a wallet. And I didn't plan to make
The
like a
wallets
website.
I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't plan to make like a website and make this like a business type of thing. But more and more people kept hitting me up like, dude, when are you gonna make this? When are you gonna start, this? When are you gonna mass produce this? Like, I want this. There's so many people I know that want this, blah, blah. I was like, okay, like if people want it and they respect my quality work that I do, like I'm willing to do it.
Oh, yeah.
So, so little by little, I just started making stuff just for fun, I started posting it on Telegram and all this other stuff and Twitter and all that stuff. And more and more people was like, holy shit, like this shit is amazing, blah, blah, this and that. And I was like, oh, maybe I got something here. Maybe these people actually enjoy my work, and, I don't mind, like, I always say this, right? And I will, and Freddie, I think I told you this too. Like, I work hard for what I do, right? But if I'm going to sell you something, I respect the person I'm selling to. What I mean by that is I respect the dollars you're about to hand me over for the products I make for you.
That's one of the 8 great work habits, man. Respect the customer client.
Yeah. So
There's
like
8 things, man, and that is one of the 8 on the list of if you want to be successful in business, there's 8 things you need to do.
Exactly.
And that is right up there. Respect the customer and the client.
So if I want to make, for example, if I make something like a $50 wallet for you, right? And I truly feel before I hand it to you, If it's not worth the $50, meaning like I didn't put my heart and soul to it, I don't deserve to take a quarter from your $50. Not even a quarter, right? I'll tell you, no, I'm sorry, I can't sell it to you, right? Like I can share my DMs right now. I probably have almost anywhere from 200 something DMs of people asking about hats and wallets and stuff like that. You know what I told them? And this was during the Vegas trip and all that stuff. I'm like, guys, no, I'm sorry, I cannot do it. They're like, why? I want to buy it now. I'm like, because I don't want to rush a product to you.
Yeah.
And
I don't have the ability to give you a quality product.
Exactly.
Right,
and then with that, then I'm gonna be away for a week or two from Vegas, and I'm gonna delay it. And yes, I know, like I did not want to do this to people. You know, it's, like a lot of people, they won't care. They'll take your money and they're like they rush a shitty product. I can't do that. Like it's not worth it. So,
yeah.
you know, my name
Let's
is my name. You know?
see some of these products. By the way, I heard we gotta.
Yeah. Can we pull some of these up, Kay?
That's one of the hats. Yeah.
I think that might be my hat. I think I might be wearing that hat right now. That is this actual hat. So I was super amped. It came in the mail the other day, got it out. All the patches are so dope. So I definitely need to put an order in for some lighter, like that color.
Yeah. So what this is actually, so what you're seeing there is actually, so that's leather, of course, a leather patch. You can actually see my face in the reflection. So people are like, that's not you, that's me.
I never saw that.
You see my face? It is me, right? What that is actually a piece of paper, right? So it's the color's still tan, but it's actually a masking tape I put over. So when the laser engraves it, it doesn't burn too much. It doesn't leave residual marks, right? You got to be smart how you do these things.
So do you pull that tape off?
Yes. So like
so anything that's tan right there is masking tape that you have to remove after
exactly.
the laser.
And then when I remove it, you'll see the tan color under it, but at least it's protected. You know, there's no residue on it. You know,
that's a cool process.
Yeah, so
that's interesting.
Yeah, so if you look under it,
do you have any lighter colors like that? Because I think you sent me 3 different paint choices, right?
Let's do this. So let me.
So I definitely need some lighter ones to pop on the back of this.
Let's try this out, right? Give me a second. I'm gonna try something with you guys.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
You guys, can you hear me clearly still?
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna switch my camera. I'm gonna give me a second. I want to try something to show you something. All right, you guys see my workbench?
Here, let's put Marco up. Yeah. Yep.
All right. Give me a second. All right. I never done this before, so just bear with me.
Yo, can you make something live on screen?
I feel like that's what's happening. What are we doing?
Is that what's about?
Why not? Right. Hold on. Let me make sure my volume is good.
Oh man, what are we in for?
So really quick, right? So, like. I'm preparing for my website. So my website should be ready in at least in a week from now, right?
Okay.
But like these are different like shapes, like I'm making for folks, right? So you could choose any shape you want. It could be custom shape. It could be different designs, different logos, different images, etc. Right? So this right here is tanned. It's a tan color, right?
Okay.
So let me show it to you this way. Can you see it better?
It's a little blurry. It's focused on the background, but it's perfect.
Better now? Yeah. So this is tan. This is actually veg tan leather, right?
Interesting.
So this is legit cowhide. 100% full grain.
So there's no tape on that. That's just the color of the leather. Okay.
Yeah, no tape, right? So this is how it is. Now, tape-wise, I'll show you how it looks. Let's go to this camera real quick. Do you see the laser?
Yep.
Okay. So...
Yo, who helped you with your setup first? Because this setup is dope as hell.
I did it myself, dude. Like everything.
I feel like I need to get one of these in my studio and be like,
Round of applause.
Like, we have sound effects. Yes. Yo, time out. When did we get sound effects?
I know, that's pretty dope. So right here, as you see, this is leather, but there's a masking on it. So I'm gonna bring it back to the other table so you can see it better. Let's go back here, right? So, or we could do. Let me see. You see both screens?
Yep.
Is that better? Okay. So you can see top or side, but if you see it, if I peel it, see how it's protecting the leather?
Yes.
Yeah. So when it engraves,
the tan hide, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's basically how it does it, right? Actually, while we're live,
can you cut something live?
Yeah, I could engrave something. Let me turn on the machine.
Yes. Can you do like letters? Can you do ksb.tv?
Well, yeah, I could do something like that. Let me go back over here. Hold on.
The applause is killing me right now. Oh my god, that's
something like that. All I'm gonna need, right? If you want me to have like if you ever send me like the logo itself,
Okay.
I prep the file and then I put it in the laser, and then it will do the rest for you. But what I probably could do right now is, if you want, I could engrave like, I don't know, like a pulse chain, or a hex patch or something like that. You know,
Can you do hex.com, or it has to be a logo because that's what you've got loaded already?
it could be anything. It could be anything.
Do ksb.tv. Can you do
All
that?
right, so what we're gonna do is this. This is what we'll do. Okay. Let's try this. All right. Give me a second. Let's go back to there. Let me set this up.
Okay. Oh, this is sick. All right, hold on. I need another bottled water.
Don't mind the noise. Everything's turning on right now.
No, it's good. This is awesome. We get the full experience. This is sick. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, you are seeing art created for the Hex community. Live streaming.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm placing magnets to keep the leather in place.
Okay.
Because you don't want the leather to move around. Because I do have a strong suction fan. And you don't want
it's
it to
a
move
metal.
around.
You have a metal base down there.
Yeah,
Magnets to stick
it's
to.
metal.
Okay. Okay.
Let me clean my lens real quick. All right.
What?
So I'll leave that there for now. Okay. All right, and then what I'm gonna do right now is see the laser moving.
Yeah.
Right now, turning on is analyzing everything real quick. While that's doing that, let me just pull something up for you guys.
This is sick.
Let's do blank design.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna know why he has cameras set up on everything. Do you plan on like streaming?
Yes. So
like all of this stuff?
Yeah. So once my website's live, everything else is ready. I'm gonna be just doing streams, making stuff. Yeah, you know,
bro, that is awesome.
Cool. And so, while I get this ready, you could talk about other stuff for now. While I just get this part.
Absolutely.
Ready.
So, how long does this take? Like, what is the?
I'm gonna check right now. It all depends on the
3 to 5 minutes.
It could take 3 to 5 minutes. Some things could take half an hour. Some could
no
take an
pressure,
hour.
bro. No
it
pressure.
all depends on like the design, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is.
So what are you doing right now? Are you designing it on a software program that you have?
Yes. So do you see both screens?
Yes.
Okay.
One looks like a software program.
Yeah, the one on the right.
Yep.
So the right, this is a laser one. I usually use Adobe, as you see over here, when I make stuff. Right.
Okay.
So yeah. So let's say I want to make one right now. Let's see. Let's go here, and we'll go here. And let's say I want to make a patch. Actually, let's not use this one. Let's make it square. All right. Let's make it about 2 inches high. That's too big. Let's do 1.2, and that's a decent size. Okay.
Okay.
Right now, I'm just setting it up. Okay. So just bear with me. I'm actually creating something random because you put me on the spot. So
no, it's perfect. This is great.
Yeah, this is really awesome. Right. Super fun to see.
My work is way better than this. I'm just trying to rush this for you guys, you know?
No, it's cool.
Yeah.
So it's just like paint, you know, if you want to put some words in, you click the text button, you go over and you scroll, similar. Type it in, make it bigger font.
Exactly. All right. So put it there, grab that. Like that.
Can you put it inside of a hex shaped figure?
Will you rather it be a hex shaped figure?
Instead of a square?
Yeah, I can do that.
A hex shaped figure in ksb.tv.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
Damn. Oh, Sookie.
5.
Yes. Dude, Marco, I'm going to have to, now that I know you can do it like this, I'm going to have to get you to make me some custom Freddy Quotes patches.
Yeah, dude. So anything I make, right? So of course I'm doing like crypto stuff and all that stuff, but it doesn't, like anything you could fit inside the patch, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be trees, it could be water, it could be logos, it could be image, it could be a dog. It doesn't matter. It could be anything.
So you'll do custom artwork. So I think on your website, and correct me if I'm wrong because it's not up yet, but your price. So you do a hat, the hat, the Richardson, and then 3 Velcros for $55.55, right?
Yeah, so there's different. I'm still working out the pricing, but yeah, so you can either do a hat, right? And the hat itself could have the leather where it's stuck on the hat and you cannot take it off. That's that's probably gonna be about $30, right?
Like the one that you're wearing, correct?
Yes, it cannot be taken off, right?
Okay.
And then the one you have is basically you could just get the hat and the rug and just one patch, or a bundle where you get a hat and you can choose any 3 patches. It could be patches that are pre-made or any ones you want, right? Meaning you can put any wording, any design, any shape, whatever it is. It'll be Velcro, so you can remove it and swap it out anytime you want, you know?
Hell yeah.
So
That's brilliant. Very, very smart idea.
So here's the question.
Customization.
If somebody wants a custom patch, like not one of like the Hex logos or Pulse logos or Pulse X logos or like whatever, do you charge extra for custom work?
So if I got to create it for you, yes. Meaning like, if you come up with me, if you be like, hey, Marco.
So if I say, Marco, I need a Freddie Quotes patch.
Yeah. So if you, let's say you have
$15 a piece, $20 a piece.
Well, let's say you have the image already made, right? And you're sending me the image. Then yeah, it'll be the same price as a regular patch. I will charge you probably like $15, $20, right?
Okay.
Like nothing, right? But if I got to create the design, all that stuff, then that's different because, that's taking my time to create the design, etc.
Right.
So that's different. So I'm going to just make this really simple so it doesn't take too much
time. So that led up to my next question. How much are you charging KSB.TV for this patch right now?
Nothing. Because this is going to be
I'm just messing with K.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh my God, K, you're awesome.
Like, this is just a regular patch. Now, of course, when they're ready, I'll make them a really nice patch, Like,
yeah.
I'm just doing something
we don't doubt your skill.
No, bro, this is dope. This is dope. Like, I'm gonna ask you to send this patch to me when you're done making it, if we can. This is dope. So here's something crazy, and I'm not like a big NFT guy, but last week we had Hexicans on, right? I hope I'm saying that correctly, Hexicans.
That's right.
And so he does like digital artwork and NFTs. I'm not a big NFT guy. Have you ever thought of putting or giving an NFT with each piece of merchandise that you offer?
I was thinking about it.
Everybody knows it's authentic and
I was thinking about it. It's just right now my main focus is getting my website up and running, right? Because I'm a one-man army, dude. Like everything from my camera setup to learning this to even Adobe Illustrator to learn everything, just to learn everything, right? Even this program, it's all solo. I learned it myself, right?
That's
so dope. It just takes time, but yeah.
And you're just getting started, right?
Yeah. Once I learn how to do that better, I'll put it over. Yeah, let's put it over here.
Ooh! I'm sorry. That says KBS TV.
Oh wait, what?
Can we do KSB.TV?
Oh, hold on, KSB.
I'm sorry. What? Jay, you gotta stop with these sound effects, yo.
No, this is.
We love you, Marco. Don't listen. Amazing. All right, KSB TV.
And like I said, there's gonna be like a very simple patch, but
can you do a dot? Is there a dot like a period in there?
Where would you like the dot to be?
K after the B and before the T. KSB.TV. Boom. Like haunted. That is perfect, bro.
A little bit bigger. That way.
Nailed it.
Nailed.
Here, create a line. All right, there we go. Let's save it again.
So, what program are you using?
So this is Adobe Illustrator.
Okay.
And then this one right here is actually from the software of the laser itself.
Okay. So you bought the laser, and that's what came with it to integrate whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Adobe Illustrator, I gotta get it separate.
So Abit wants you to actually type out or put in there Kryptosparbuch, the entire word.
Okay. Well, I'll do
I'm
this
just
one
kidding.
first.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
And then I'll make another one. I just want to make sure I get this done for you guys. I want to see how long it's gonna take. That's why.
Yeah. Hey, so real quick, speaking of Abit, this might be a good time to mention that if you join this channel, you join ksb.tv. What do you get, Freddie? What happens?
You actually get access, I think it's to A-Bit's documentary, right? Like the full documentary, not just the 3-minute preview I think they're putting out right now. So I think the button here, I've got my phone up and it's right here. So it actually says join. It's right next to ksb.tv, 2,000 subscribers. To the right of that, it should say join. If you guys join, I think it's $2 a month. You get full access to the docuseries that KSB put together. I think that was last year when they were doing the road tour, right? Probably have Nardo. I mean, DJ Pollywood.
Lots of great interviews. Yeah.
Lots of awesome people. I've seen the one with Vibra Finance and Lindsay. I've seen that one a few times. A couple of those have come out. Man, there's so many people that we have to have on the show. There's so many different artists in the community.
Keep talking.
You know, whether it be like actors or craftsmen or musical artists or digital artists, like there's so many people.
You know, it doesn't surprise me that this community is just chock full of talented individuals. You know, it seems like almost everyone,
anything you need,
you know, does some kind of art.
And that's what we were talking about earlier. There's something for everyone in the Hex community. Oh, are you doing like a double border around it?
Yeah, I'm just trying different designs, the different styles of it.
Sick.
Kicking it up a notch.
Is there any way to do like a mini Hex logo on the inside?
Like
right under
here?
Yeah, like right there, like under ksb.tv.
Sure, give me a
Can you go that tiny? Oh, sick.
Yeah, hold on. I just gotta find it.
Hexagon.
Oh, don't click the wrong folder.
I know, bro.
You'll be having Lord knows what pop up on your screen. Ooh, that wasn't it in the top right hand corner?
No, but it's a special file I have already.
Oh, got you. Damn, this Joker's about to be dope.
I have so much shit. All right, so I'm gonna have to do it this way. Actually, it's over here. There we go. All right, let's grab that. Bring it here. We'll make that smaller.
Dope. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Is it 0.8? Let's make it a little smaller.
It is.
There.
Get out of here. Can you do the Pulse logo above it?
You want me to? He's like,
I'm just trying to challenge you, man. I want you to get into like new territory. Like, I don't know. I mean,
all right.
Have you ever had an annoying customer just said,
"Hey, no, listen,
this now?
It is what it is, man." Right?
Damn, this is so dope. I'm not even gonna lie.
This is 3.8. Yeah, just bear with me, people. All right.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't ready for this.
Worth the wait.
You're good. It is definitely worth the wait. Look at that. Look at that. Damn it. You know what you forgot, Marco? You forgot the Pulse X logo.
Oh, so let's.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if we can fit anything else. You're good.
Pulse X.
I don't want it to be too crowded.
Yeah,
that is perfect.
That is perfect. Trying to see if I had the other one, but.
Or do you see the logo in the top right-hand corner on your screen where it's the Hex?
No, that's not it. No. It's about this one?
Where it's like all three of them? Yeah. Could you do that on there?
Yes, but I will have to do a quick. All right, so
make an edit. So
all I gotta do is this.
Pulse and get rid of the Hex, and then just get that Joker
5 inches.
Sorry, I'm making you work, bro.
Fine. All right, so with this, I gotta pull the image out. So I'm gonna do is I click this, I go over here. Let's make it grayscale. Okay, give it a second. What it's doing is trying to grab the image. I'll show you what I mean. You're making me work extra, but yeah.
I know. No, this is perfect, man. This is perfect. I'm gonna reach down. So when we were in Vegas, I had my birthday, and Jack and Jay Mills got me this huge box of munchies for my steak and bake stream, and now I keep it right here next to my chair. So I'm just kind of digging through looking for.
With this, I gotta like mess with it until I get the right image. There we go. All right.
This thing is, I have this bag here, and it's full of munchies. So I need to give a shout out to Jack and Jay. Thank you, and everybody else. Just ignore me.
Nice.
There's weed pens in here. Where did those come from? That's interesting. I legit have no idea how those got in there.
Bonus.
Yeah. Ooh, what are these? They look like Japanese gummy beans. Jelly
Anything
beans.
Japanese. Japanese candies
But they're gummy. They look good.
are delicious, usually.
All right, I'm going to try it.
Okay. All right, Freddie, I got it for you. All right.
All right, let's get it, dog.
Let me delete this one. Delete that one. All right, so I can do that. This one, let's make it one.
Not bad.
It's smaller.
This looks Korean, maybe.
How's it going, everybody? I thought
Hey,
I'd jump
Vic.
in really quick.
What is good, man? How are you?
I'm really, really good. I'm working like 12 hours today on episodes to the new documentary. I'm really excited to share all that. So much that I totally forgot about the stream right now. And I just jumped in like 10 minutes ago. I see Marco doing his amazing patches. And I thought I can save you guys some time because I just updated the newest version of our logo on Twitter. So Marco, if you want to, you can just grab it on Twitter and then make it in your style and save yourself like 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, you can do that if you want. I'm basically done, but yeah, you can do that.
That was my thought. That at this point you're so advanced at this that you're always already done with this logo. So it's up to you if you want to grab that.
Yes, send it.
It's on Twitter. What on your page, Abit?
Yeah, KSB TV Twitter. I just wanted to jump in and show that to you really quick. That new logo that we have.
Freddie, you can send it to me.
One point we want to, yeah.
Yeah. I'll send it to you. Scrolling through.
Because I just did the.
Is it your profile
yesterday.
picture?
What do you mean?
The profile picture for KSB Twitter?
Yeah. Is
that the updated logo?
Exactly. It's like right now on the right side here on the StreamYard, you see the older version. You see KSB TV is a little bit smaller. As a logo, that's not ideal, so I made it a little bit bigger. That's basically the whole change. And the background is not blue anymore. And you see how you have KSB TV on the top. So yesterday I updated the logo and I also tried it out how it looks on the top or on the bottom. And for me personally, it looks so much better when it's at the bottom.
I like my old logo, Avid. Get out of here.
What's your old logo?
For now, well, I'll do it for now.
Let us
Logo Wars.
finish their stream.
Oh, I'm trying to. How do I do this? There it is. All right. I just texted it to you, Marco. I don't know if that helps.
All right. Just give me 1 second.
It's
Anyways,
basically
thank you,
what
Freddie,
you just did.
Well, SJ, thank you so much for doing the show. It's amazing. So I will go back to editing the videos again, and Marco, have fun editing this. I am really excited to see the end product of what you're doing. Keep me updated on that.
Well, hey, Abit, tell us a little bit about your docuseries, man.
Yeah, what you doing?
So the documentary series is an amazing big project that I'm about to roll out right now. Season 1 and 2 is already done, and I've just tried to do it organically. All the videos that I have, I looked them through, and while I look them through, I edit them already. And what comes out after that, every 4 or 5 person I put together into one season. And I think at the end of what I'm doing right now, we should have like 5 to 6 seasons with 5 to 6 episodes. So about 30, 40 videos, something like this will come out of that. And then when I'm done editing everything, I know are the best cuts, what are the best scenes and so on. And I will produce like one grand finale documentary with the best cuts and so on. But so far, we will just have like a organic rollout of our seasons. And I think people will already see how much I get better after every single episode that I edit, because season 3, for example, that is not uploaded yet, is the best. I think like I get emotionally, I cry when I see it. It's so great.
That's dope, man.
That's exciting.
How long are the episodes?
Yeah, between 4 to 10 minutes, depending on how the interview went. And sometimes I'm able to find little stories in there, and sometimes I just work with whatever I have there in the video. But anyways, it's always really, really touching what the people are saying there. Because it's like the real life stories about how Hex has changed their life, sometimes about how they were able to change other people's life with the gains that they were making and stuff like this.
Does Nardo make his way into the documentary?
I have not seen any footage from Nardo yet, but there's a lot of footage that my guys have, right, in Portugal. So they are right now looking through and hopefully send me all that footage. And I'm myself excited to see what else I will find on there. Right now on my laptop, what I use, I only have like, I guess 40% of all the footage. So the most I have not even seen. So this just shows how much there is. It's at least 45 terabytes of video that we have.
Right. Does this cover the tour last year?
Yeah, exactly. This is the 8th month of the tour last year. And how I roll it out, it's not really in a timeline. It's just whatever I find right now the first, and whatever I edit the first.
That's awesome, man. And so if people join ksb.tv, it's what, $2 a month?
Yeah, right now we just play around with the memberships. We just did everything just last week or something like this. And the cheapest version of the membership is $1.99. With that, you get stickers, and you get also access to all the content that I'm producing, and you can watch it before everybody else can. The best thing about it is though that you can just click on the video and watch the whole season by one. You don't have to click on another video and so on, like everybody else would have to, right?
Absolutely. That's cool, man. That's very cool. Well, thank you for everything that you do, man. SJ and I are grateful to have the opportunity to host the show on your channel, and we appreciate everything that y'all are doing. Hell yeah.
I'm almost done. A few more minutes, like literally a more minute. That should be good.
Nice. So we're going to watch the laser come in here on the right, Marco, and actually cut everything?
Yeah. So it's not going to be the exact same logo he sent me, because with that, I had to edit a lot more that's there, but I just made it as simple as possible, that's close to his. Of course, the original one I can make, but that I had to do on the side. All right, so we good there.
No, it's all good. Yeah, this is just...
I just want to show you how this works.
So sick.
All right,
so dope.
So this
Sandy,
is about 2.5 inches. Let's do this one. I like to change. So right here, this is a speed. So this is how fast the laser moves. This is the power. And these are like certain settings. So I'm just gonna edit it a little bit. I have my own personal ones I like, and then I'm gonna see how long it's gonna take me to make this one. Okay. Time ranges between designs and stuff. So this will take me about 8 minutes to make.
Cool.
All right, so I'm gonna press print. Let me go to laser over there. In a second. So it might be hard to see at first, but when it moves up over time, then you start seeing the pattern.
Okay.
Sweet.
And it just repeats it over and over, and it just does a little bit each time.
Give me a second. Hold on. I'm gonna try to pull my camera.
Thanks for the sound effects, Freddie.
Appreciate it. Amber makes fun of me all the time because I'm always giving sound effects like in everything that I do, and she's like, "What was that? What was that?" And I'm like, yeah.
That's how you know you're musical.
Well,
All right, let me
In
know.
your
you know, I
heart.
never thought of that.
Can you just let me know? Can you see what's happening from the side now?
Oh yeah. Oh
Right.
shit.
So that's basically what's happening. See that?
Damn, that's dope.
So basically, it's engraving. It's like burning through the paper, and it's burning the leather itself. See how it leaves a residue?
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't put the paper, the residue will end up going on the leather itself.
Yeah.
So you always want to mask it, so it's less work later on cleaning it. You know. So and then this is how the laser
Damn.
looks.
So
see it?
after it cuts it, do you hand cut like the circle around it, or does the
No,
laser
it's gonna do that too.
also cut that?
I set it up so it does that for me too.
Damn.
Yeah. If not, then I have my tools like I have my tools that I could cut it myself. You know, I have like
Right.
literally tons of tools that if I have
Right.
to. But yeah, I just want to show you like how it looks when it does it.
And how long would it take to make a patch, would you think?
Hold on, let me just put this back. Give me a second. Hold on.
Yep.
Okay. Give me a second, buddy. I'm sorry.
Can it be a hexagon shape instead of the circle? He can cut them in the hexagon shape, right?
Yeah,
Do
I
you
could cut
sell
it.
the
So,
hats with a hexagon
yeah,
instead
so
of the circle?
I could cut it. So I could cut it as you see over here. I could cut it to any shape you want. It doesn't matter what shape. I could cut a dog, shape of a dog, a shape of a tree, a shape of a diamond, a shape of a middle finger if you want. Like it doesn't matter, right? Like a shape of a blob. It doesn't matter. Any image you give me, I will duplicate that image and it will cut it exactly the way it's supposed to.
That's wild, bro.
So you see on the screen like it's already almost done doing it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Huh.
And then I'll show you the next step of like how I clean it up and like what I do. I can even dye it for you in person if you want. Like to show
Interesting. So as it's going through and burning right now,
Yep.
oh look, yo, Hexicans, what is good, brother? Hope you had a good week, man. He was our guest last week, and he's
Hey.
chiming in. He's in the chat. I'm telling you, man, NFT tattoos like that. I feel like there's a market for that, like a NFT tattoo.
Yeah, so like Crypto Kool-Aid hit me up on the side because you know he's about the whole metaverse thing and
oh yeah.
me and him.
I hear he's working
levels
on, some
on
cool
that
stuff.
Yeah, there's stuff I can't talk about because I signed a NDA form with him. But there's some things I'm in the process of working with him, but I want to do my own NFT with the products I make. But that's like down the road a little bit. But it's a process I'm trying to do.
Cool.
Yeah, he's
I love for real. Like I'm looking forward to. I think this just kind of brought that to my attention. The fact that we get to showcase all of these amazing, talented artists, right?
Yep.
And hopefully, you know, my hope is that not only do we bring more, you know, either sales or what's what I'm looking for? Sorry, I'm a little tired, y'all. More attention, right? More attention to these different artists, and so they can connect with one another. I mean, just like Hexicans saying right here, do some kind of collaboration. Like, you know, had we not had this show and these two guests, you know, I know you all probably like maybe know of each other, but now you're just like, oh wow, you know, you do this, hey, I do this, like let's do something. And you know, just bring it together. I love that idea.
Yeah, listen, I'm down to, you know, to always help anybody, teach anybody. My channel was gonna be something similar where, you know, I just go on stream and make stuff for fun of people, and then do a bunch of giveaways here and there. And if there's another artist that wants to just show the community what they do live, like, you know, hey, the camera's on you, buddy. Do what you got to do. Make something in front of everybody. Do what you got to do. Like, you know, I just my channel. I really want to make it to. I reach outside the community. You'd be surprised how huge the crafting world is on YouTube itself. A lot of moms, dads, especially the female presence, they love the crafting world. So you'd be surprised how huge that community is, you know? And I want to show them, like, because a lot of people, what the mistake they do is this: they get into a hobby, they think they're gonna like it, they spend thousands and thousands of dollars,
and then they hate it
and stuff like that. A few months later, they hate it or they get bored of it, Now they're in debt thousands of dollars. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So I want to show them, like, look, why not introduce Hex to them, right? So let's say they was gonna blow that 1,000 and buy equipment. Don't do that, right? Take that 1,000, stake it out for a year in Hex, right? Let it build. Let that 1,000 build over time, and then learn the craft throughout the year. See if you really like it. And if you do like it, guess what? Congratulations, your 1,000 hopefully by then turns to 2, 3, 4,000, and then you could buy the equipment you want. Now you're not in debt. You understand? They're free.
Absolutely.
Or you have extra money for materials and everything else like that. Worst case scenario is not for you, and you still made money, and you could go and chase something else that you prefer.
Yep.
You know, I want to show these people this, because a lot of people, they have,
now you have options.
Yeah, they have tremendous talent, but they don't have the finances, or they don't have the safety net for them to strive to want to do something like this. You understand what I mean?
Right.
Crypto can help them out, especially Hex. You understand what I mean? So
yeah, I think it's very cool that, like, and people talk about this all the time, and I've heard it in the community. Like, if you're a fisherman, go out and be a fisherman and do a YouTube channel about fishing, but talk about Hex. If you are in crafting, do a YouTube channel and, you know, do your craft, but talk about Hex. If you're a golfer, go out there and do a golf channel, but just speak to your crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like, speak to your people, do what you're passionate about, and incorporate that into Hex somehow.
I agree. I think people just need to know that there's ways to make money out there. There's ways to stay busy, and there's ways to do things, but never go into debt because of it. You understand what I mean?
Right.
Because you never know if you really want it or not. You know, you'd be surprised the amount of money I spend on my equipment itself. Right? Like, I don't ask for donations. I don't ask for any other stuff, because I'm like, if I could do it myself, I just do it myself. Whatever. Right? But yeah, if I, like, later on, I'll show you like a screenshot or a picture of my workstation. I build this shit all by hand, you know, wire, the pipes.
KSB TV. Marco has the sickest stream setup in the game. Yeah, I've never met a streamer that's got a doper setup than you, bro. That's real talk.
I appreciate it. And I have about 40 seconds left. I have about 4 cameras. So I have about 3 cameras facing different, like over the laser, my workbench, etc. And then I have this one facing me. Then I'm thinking about getting one more camera so I could put it like in the corner of the room. So sometimes I give a screenshot of just me working, and not talking to anybody, just working in general.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So I was thinking about doing that camera angle too. So it's just fun. And then, like I said, like, I'm just learning how to do like the triple screen, the quadruple screen. Like right now it's cutting it out.
Oh shit, okay.
You see? Like right now I was doing a circle pattern.
Does it smell like burned leather when you're done?
Yes, that's the only. My wife hates it. She's like, it smells like burnt hair.
Oh no!
All right, so I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna clean it up and then show you what's next. All right?
Oh my goodness!
So it smells like burned hair.
Yeah, leather smells like that at times. So as you see,
what?
I'm gonna bring it over to the other one. Okay? So, all right, can you see it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just fix this camera. Give me a second.
Well, this is Marco just set a new standard. You know,
I did set the standard.
You see that right here?
Wow.
Oh shit.
Right,
dude.
But then it gets better. So then I take this. This is really soft. You don't want to be rough.
Okay.
And then I brush the residue off.
Okay.
It's almost like a nice polish, because you could polish shoe with this too. Okay. So now it looks a little bit more cleaner now. Right? Not much residue. Okay.
Love it.
So then clean it up a little bit. So now I want to show you about that paper like I was talking about. So I use a tool like this. This is basically a single, it's like a blade, but it's actually plastic.
Okay.
It acts like a blade, but I don't get cut by it. It helps me lift a lot of things that I want to lift without damaging the product, right?
Nice.
So as you see, so now when I peel it,
snap.
Now it looks different, right?
Can you mail that to me?
Yeah.
I want to wear that on my hat for the stream next week. I want.
So then I'll go again, and you get dirty quick, you know, like the residue and all that, but it's alright.
Oh yeah.
Right. I love working. So now if you look at it, now it's cleaner.
Wow.
Bro. So what this is, I call this. So this is the natural. I call this natural color, right?
Yeah.
Natural veg. This is called veg tan leather, right? It's very natural, right? Or I'm going to show you different colors, right? You could do a color like this, right?
Mm.
A little bit more tan.
Mm-hmm.
You could do a color like this, where it's like a brownish.
I think that's the color I have.
Yeah, but yours, I want to show you the special step we took with yours.
Okay.
Then you have black on black. It's like black, but a little bit grayish,
That's sick.
right?
Yeah.
So, Freddie, what yours is, it is this color. But what's special about it is that you do a process where you bring, it's called like the patina of the leather, right? Over time,
Mhm.
Leather develops like a sheen to it, right?
Yep.
Or you could force it. Now, how do you force it in some
Ah.
sense? You get something like this, right? You could use denim. You could use, this is called canvas, when you paint on.
Yep.
It's like a little trick in leather, right? So, for example, you see this one right here?
Yep.
Right? It looks dull, right? Now, if I grab this, go like this, and watch. Look what happens over time. Right? Watch. I'm going to keep on. The friction of the heat, it almost ages the leather in some sense, where I get the patina of it.
Huh.
And now you're going to see it look different. Now it's going to look a little bit more premium, okay? I do add another like special ingredient I have that I don't share, but I'll just show you this part. Now look
That's
at it
dope.
now.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
You see
Yep.
that?
Oh
See
yeah.
like how it shines?
Yep.
And now it looks more premium. It looks like almost like the material of football itself. I'm not sure if you can see that there.
Yeah.
Oh
See that?
yeah.
Just by rubbing it with this,
Wow.
And if I go faster, etc., it just helps you shine a little bit more. Right?
That is spectacular.
Yeah. And that's a simple process. Now, a lot of people like this because it gives it that premium look. It makes the texture just a little bit more tougher.
Oh
And
yeah.
me personally, I like this look. I like it like this.
Yeah.
This one is cool. Well, the image before, it was cool. I don't like that dull look. That's just me personally, right?
Mhm.
I like the finished, like old-fashioned look type of thing, right?
Yep.
Or you could
Yep.
just keep it like this, or you could do this, right? You could do this type of color. There's so many different colors you can make, right? Even like if somebody wants like a special order where they want me to paint it, I can actually paint it itself, right? I do have my airbrush machine and all that stuff, so I could airbrush it.
Do you have the hex gradient?
I actually create it. That's how I make my wallets. I create.
Yeah, and
Oh,
that
let's
keychains.
go.
Those keychains are amazing.
Yeah,
Those
so like,
keychains are amazing.
Let me see something. Give me a second.
Yeah, right there. I use mine
Oh.
every day. Got my keys on it.
That's sick.
Yeah,
I've
had
got
it somewhere.
the tea holder for my golf bag. I got it on there.
Nice.
I need one of these wallets though.
Yeah, I'll make. I'm literally mass producing all this shit, like little by little, right? So yeah. So then
Oh, yeah.
so it's up to you guys, right? I could leave it like this, or I could dye it and then make it something like this.
Yeah, no, Kay's trying to call dibs on it, but I call dibs on it.
Hey, I can make you guys a few of these. It's not a,
That is what's up. Yeah, that's
No.
perfect. Just that color, the natural color, because it'll
Cool.
pop. Like if I
Yeah.
have it on,
and then I'll put like a little
stream,
coating on
it'll
it,
Pop.
right? So when
Oh,
I
yeah.
put the coating, I like to use a couple of things I like to use. I'll use something like this. It's like a dabber, we call it. And what I'll do is with this dabber, it has little fluffs around it. So I'll get a lighter. I'll light it up a little bit, so then the
Burns them off.
lint doesn't stay on the product itself.
Yep.
It's like a little trick, right? People forget that step. And then, I'll go and I will dye it, let it dry, come back another 10, 15 minutes, dye it again until I get the right color I want. And then I call it a day, right?
That's dope.
If I'm going to make this into a patchable hat, right, then I laser engrave Velcro, as you see, right? And I'll make sure it's the exact same size. So there's no, like I said, everything I do, I make sure like as perfect as possible, right?
Oh, this
the
hat is
shape-
perfect.
It's
Yeah,
it's perfect. The
I
shape.
can attest to that. I got,
You
I
know?
think, 9 or 10 patches in the hat, and they're all legit. Like even the patches are like super thick, like great,
Yeah.
amazing
You could
quality.
literally try to pull we call this the loop. So
Yeah,
this
they're
is the
dope.
loop. This is the hook part,
Oh.
right? The rough part. The loop that's on the hat, you could get pliers and try to put it off. You do that, good luck. All you're gonna leave behind is literally like half of this on it because the bond I use, and I sew it on, but the bond itself, I use a special bond that is really, really strong. A lot of people in the market don't even use it. You know, I found somebody that's very hidden that had it, and I was like, dude, I'm not telling nobody the secret, you know. But it's great, you know. Then what I'll do is I'm gonna change the camera just to show you something. Give me a second. And then like I said, if you want to do it that way, then I go. And you see this right here? Let me see if I can zoom out. So you see this right here?
Yep.
So this is like an old-fashioned type of sewing machine. Either I can hand crank it, or I actually attach a motor to it. I build it myself, right? So then I'll take a little glue, right? Let me switch to this camera. So I'll take a little glue.
Cameras everywhere.
I'll glue this over here, right, together, right? I'll wait a little bit until it fully dries. Then I take another step. I'll go sit down over here, right? And then I'm not gonna sew it now, but I mean, it's just kind of late. I don't want to wake up my wife. But if I do, I'll put it over here, and then I'll start sewing it.
Look at my man. Look
Right?
at my man.
That
So,
is awesome.
Bro.
Sewing is a little weird. So hold on, let me switch to.
That's
Right
true.
here.
You know what I love about this? You could tell he's like super passionate about it.
Right?
Oh yeah,
You're funny.
100%.
So when I sew it, I like to sew in between this black border,
Okay.
and I like to go in a perfect circle as possible. Because at the end of the day, I can make a nice patch, but if the sewing around it is shitty, then it's a shitty product. I don't want to give it to you.
Right.
It has to be perfect before it leaves my house.
And
right?
every single
Right.
one of these is handmade by you.
Yeah, handmade, exactly, right? So then I'll go on the sewing machine, and then I'll sew it little by little. I got to the point where I kind of used to it, so I actually go pretty quick. I got used to it. But the
That's
first
dope.
day or so, man, let me show you. You want to see how many times I practice? Let me show you.
I want to see how many holes you got in your finger from the needle getting you.
Oh yeah, look, the other day, look, no bullshit. So let me show you something. No bullshit, right? Let me clean my finger real quick. Let me see
Oh,
if you
dear.
can see it. So literally 2 days ago, right? I'm not sure if you can see it. Let me try this camera. Hold on. I'm not sure if you can see it, but over here,
Hey,
right,
oh,
over here to over here, the needle went right through my finger the other day.
oh yeah,
But
yeah.
thank God, it didn't go through this way. It went through this way, right? And the mistake I did
Either
was-
way, that's, oh,
the
Can we
mistake
not talk
the
about
mistake
that?
I did, and Freddie, this is actually making one of your patches, right? So the mistake I did was my foot was still on the pedal,
I got
and I
blood
was
on my hands.
changing, and I was changing this part right here. Let me show you what I was changing. So by the way, I built all this, right? So even the table, even this little thing right here, I built this too, right? So like,
No way.
let me show you this. So I built this to have a little platform. I cut it out myself, you know. So like, if I'm doing a hat, I need this arm to be loose, right?
Yep. So you
So
can
I
fit
could
it in there.
go-
Yep.
And then I could go and put a hat inside and turn it around. And when I sew the Velcro to it,
Embroidery,
right?
yeah.
So I would have to use this. When I'm not doing a hat, I'm doing a patch. I would take this guy, put it there. So now I have a nice flat surface. And I came up with this literally like 2:00 in the morning last time, right? So the other day I was changing the bob pin inside, and when I was changing it, I stepped on the pedal, and then the needle just went right through. And when it went right through, I didn't feel it. I went to pull my hand to move it something, and I couldn't.
Oh, bro.
So then
stop.
I was like, "What?" I was like, "What the
Stop.
hell?" And when I looked at it,
Stop.
it was a needle. So I actually had to finish
Dude.
to go through and then pull it out. You know? Yeah. So
Oh,
always pay attention to when you're doing something. You know, always.
Yeah.
You know. But
Good God.
yeah. So it's very simple. I'll take this, put this, glue it, then I'll sew it on, right? Then what I'll do next is this right here, as you see.
Motley, what's
Hey,
good?
So this right here is a special bond. I will not
Okay.
tell anybody where I got this. This is my special thing.
Okay.
It's very hard to find this thing. And when I found it, I was like, I tried everything. I tried glue. I tried everything. Nothing lasts. Is this? I'm telling you, get pliers. You cannot pull it off, man. And if you do, you just destroy the hat, right? That's how strong this thing is. So I take this, and I could just use this and put this on the hat and call it a day. But I always take a step extra, and I always do a sew, and I do it. Usually, I do an X pattern or a sew, a circle around it,
Embroidery,
and then make sure that no matter what, it would never rip off your hat itself.
That's dope.
So that's basically what I had. Let me see if I find it. I made this one the other day. I love this color hat. I think it's freaking awesome. It's similar to what I made for you, Freddie.
Oh yeah.
So just to show you, like, this is, and Freddie could tell you, like, the Velcro on this is strong as hell. It's
yeah,
I'm
Velcro, like,
you know, like you literally gotta like. Really
I'm literally pulling as hard as I can.
This thing is like it's on.
It's got some
very strong.
grip.
And just to show you, like, I didn't sew this one yet, and this thing is strong as hell. You know, it's like really strong. You know, so.
Oh yeah, dude. It's top quality. It is definitely
high
top
quality. Yeah, 100%.
It's super cool.
And then if I do want to dye it, I'm gonna show you something nasty, right? But this is pretty cool. Okay. People be like, "What the hell is this? Like, this is moonshine." So you see this thing right here? Do you see it? Okay. So this looks like moonshine, but it's
frog
not.
in there. What was that?
No. So what it is a secret in the leather industry that people use. So if you want to dye it this color, right? And you don't want to spend money on like black ink, you can make your own black ink by this. What you do is you take vinegar, and you take steel wool, the material steel wool, right?
Yep.
You take that, you throw it in here with vinegar, and you close it for 1 week, minimum. You poke a little hose, and it oxidizes, and the vinegar eats up the wool, and it creates this special liquid. Let me show you how cool this is. Ready? So let's choose.
Marco does have all the tips and tricks.
Let's choose this square right here, right? Watch this. It's not the right brush, but I'll use. Actually, let's do this. The oxidize. You see how it does this?
Oh yeah, is that rust on top of the?
It's almost like that,
saran
yeah,
wrap?
because it's oxidizing, right? Now I'll just spin this a little bit, let everything fall to the bottom, right? Now watch. Look how quick this happens. Ready? You see it, right?
Yep.
Now watch.
Oh wow.
See that? See how it's turning black quick?
Interesting.
Wow.
This is not dye. This is literally doing a chemical reaction.
Motley.
Motley.
Marco, how expensive is black ink? Jeez.
No, because you know what it is? You'd be surprised the material you waste it pretty quick.
It's the craft, Motley. It's about the craft.
It is the craft. But Jesus. Oh my God, Motley.
Hey, listen, man. Every dollar I have, I like to throw it back into crypto, you know? So if I can save money, I save money, you know? So, but let me show you this. Look how cool, pretty this looks. Funny. Ready? So, done. Right?
Not going to lie, that is pretty cool.
Look at that color. Right? I'll show you the lighting.
So, would you do that first and then etch it? Or hit it with the laser if you wanted to design like...
Well, it all depends, right? Hold on, let me fix this real quick.
Okay.
1 second. Okay. So I like to do my lasering first, right? I like to laser everything first and then dye it. If I'm going to paint something, that sometimes I might paint it before I laser. It all depends on the project, itself. So there goes one, right? And let's do another one, right? Let's grab a smaller one. Let's grab this one right here. And just give me a second. This is going to get messy. Let's grab this rag over here. And then, like I said, you could use the different dyes. I could use, I like this one. It's called Pro Dye. It's like alcohol based, right? This brown. But the reason why is something like this, if I'm not mistaken, is like $8-9, right? This small little bottle.
That can add up, yeah.
And it can add up, and you could wait. Like I said, you could go through it pretty quick. That's why I like to make my own type of dyes. Like once this shit gets on your hand, it's over. So let's make this one right here. So this one, you just apply the dye.
Nice.
Right.
Oh yeah, that looks good. Do you just do one coat? Do you let it dry? Do you
I
come
usually
back?
do about
You
3 times, and then I let it dry
Okay.
because it's
Nice.
deceiving. Right now it looks dark, but when it dries, it ends up being almost this color, right?
Oh yeah.
And then you got to do another
Okay.
layer,
Wow.
and then you got to do
Got
one
you.
more.
Gotcha.
And that's how you know,
gotcha.
like if it's ready or not, you know.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, but that's it, man. That's how easy it is. And then, like I said, then I'll use my special homemade product to make it look more shiny, more better, stuff like that. That I do off camera. Then, if I really want to get fancy with it, because a lot of people don't do these little extra steps. This is called the edge beveler. Okay. What this is, if you notice, if you see your wallets or you see your bags and stuff, the edges is like really, really smooth, right? And what it is you go and you take this and you go like this and you adding friction to it.
Nice.
So like I'll show you, like right now it looks rough. It's a little hard to see, but it's rough. Now if I go, you add a little bit water, just a little bit, and then you rub with friction. Right?
Dude, okay. So you need to start your stream, man. I cannot wait for the stream. You are going to bring on so many no corners. Vets and Crypto just said Marco is going to kill it in the crafting streams. He'll be bringing in all sorts of no coiners, man. And that's the truth,
absolutely.
dude. You're good at this. You're great at explaining it. You're great at
I
breaking it
appreciate
down.
it.
You've
I
got all the
appreciate
camera angles. This is going to be awesome. Do you plan on streaming
like yeah, really soon, like really.
weekly, or
you see right here?
What is
I'm
the
not sure if
future
can
for
guess
you?
it.
yeah?
You see how it's getting shinier?
Oh yeah,
It's a little hard to see on camera, but
like it seals it
looks,
off. Yeah,
it's way more professional, right? A lot of people they skip this step. To take another step further, what you do too, and I'll just show you to you really quick. Give me a second. What number is this? This is number 1. I need a number 2. Okay. Actually, this is the edge bubbler right here. What this does. Oh, by the way, just to show you how much times I practice, you see the sewing?
Oh yeah,
trust me, I practice over and over and over and over, right?
that's awesome.
So what this does is usually when you do cuts and all that stuff with your leather, you always want to cut the edges in a certain angle, right? It gives it a cleaner look. So when you finally sew it, and then when you finally do this final step, you get that smooth edge from your wallets, from your bags, from your stuff, right?
Yep.
That's how you know somebody took an extra care of making the product, rest is not. And the way it looks is like I'm not sure if you can see it here. I think.
Yep, we can see that.
Can you see it?
Yep.
So I'm not sure if it's sharp, but you go from the edge. You see that? That's all I'm cutting. A little string. But this little piece makes a huge difference on the edge.
Oh yeah.
Because now when I go, I wet it a little bit, and I want to go and do this part and make it, like I said, like the end perfect. It comes out flawlessly, you know? And depending on the product or the weight of the leather, because all leather is different, this little process right here could take a few minutes to a half an hour. It all depends, right? That's why, like, when people don't realize leather itself, leather work, is time consuming. And that's why most leather you buy, the prices is pricey because
it's expensive, man.
People don't realize
as hell.
The work that gets put in it. But if you see already, it's starting to get shinier.
Oh yeah,
you know, it's starting to get better. You know, and that's how you. And then by doing it this way, the edge and the leather won't break apart. It will stay flawless. It will stay consistent. But yeah, that's basically how I do it. Man. If I'm doing my sewing, right? I'll show you this too. I have something like this. It's called a stitching pony. And what this is I go, I open this up, I attach it to a table. Now hold it at an angle, right? I'm not sure if you can see the camera. Let me bring the camera up more.
Yep.
Okay. Right? And I'll put the leather in here. And it's holding it for now, right? It's holding it for me. So now I get two needles. Stitching. When you're stitching, it's called saddle stitching. When you have one thread or 2 needles, and you're doing a certain pattern, you don't just go back and forth. It's a special technique you got to do, and this allows it to hold it still while I do the whole process. That's why most people, when they do, a lot of people don't realize this. Sewing machine versus hand stitching is 2 completely different things. There's a premium when it comes to hand stitching. Not because it takes longer and somebody's making it by hand, but it's the pattern. And one day when I do my stream, I'll show you the design of the pattern so you guys could fully understand it. It lasts as much longer. Because if I take, let's say this was hand stitching, and I cut this part of the thread, even though it's hand stitch and it's cut, it won't unravel quick.
Right. Machine stitching is much easier to unravel if it gets broken.
You know?
Yeah.
Sewing machines, you cut it once, it starts to unravel pretty quick because it's the way it's locked. That's why most people, if you tell them, hey, I rather prefer to be hand stitched, they charge about $20 premium usually.
Yeah.
Because of the time and effort and take. And not only that, but the technique, the thread they use is different from sewing machine thread. It's wax thread. So it looks really nice. It looks more premium. So yeah, there's a lot to it. You know, a lot of people don't realize there's a lot to these things, you know?
So let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about this. When you start to stream, what type of schedule are you going to be on? Do you think you're going to be putting out a video a week, or are you just going to make stuff? And then as you make stuff, you're just going to put out videos of whatever it is you're making? Or are you going to have like a set time every week? And at this time, you're going to do this. At this time, you're going to do that. How is that going to be?
Hold on. Give me a second. I want to show you something funny. Give me a second, guys.
Yep, absolutely.
Let me see if you can see it. Hold on. You see my dog?
Oh, yeah. On the love sack.
Remember earlier I told you? Look at him. He's knocked out.
100%.
Knocked out. Look at the little tongue.
Aww.
That is amazing.
That's his bed, man.
Yeah, love sack is the jam.
Give me a second.
So like we've heard the background, how you got started, what you're doing now, but like where does the future go? I want to learn more about how you're going to stream.
Yeah. So let's talk about it. Let me go back here. All right, can you see me?
100%.
All right. So all right, thanks guys. I know that was all over the place.
No, that was awesome. That was awesome.
That was great.
Start to finish.
Cool. I've been building my own website myself. Like I said, I've been doing everything myself, right? But I got to the point that it's hard to split myself up to do all these things. So I finally hired somebody to finish out my website. So it should be done. He told me at least by almost a week or so, maybe less than a week or something like that.
Nice.
And once that's up, I'm going to be fully open. I'll take orders, do what I got to do. And then once that's like that stress is gone, that's my main thing, just to get that ready. Then I'll be doing the streaming, and then I'll be making products. And then like if somebody buys something, I can even make it during the stream, you know, to show love, show, hey, by the way,
awesome.
you know, Bob, you know, bought this, Bob, I'm making your stuff right now.
That's dope.
To make it fun, you know, make it a little bit more personal. I'm even willing to do like a little video while I'm making it, send it to folks if you just want to see the proof of me making it, right? But yeah, I want to stream like right away, like really soon. It's like I said, it's just hard being I'm a one-man guy. Like I have a little thing that's controlling all the cameras, all that stuff. Like it's just me, you know. But yeah, I would like to do at least one stream a week, right? And then I would like to do at least then, you know, if I get into groove of it, maybe I'll do two a week, right? Where I just do random products and me making stuff, and then one where the community gets together and we could just have a, you know, almost like
you won't even like you could do a stream a week, and then like one thing that Harry Mack does very well is his content. Like if you can still record yourself while doing it and not stream it, and then just like chop it up, make a video, and then put out videos throughout the week. And he has one that he drops, I know, every Friday at noon Eastern. I'm always looking for the new Harry Mack Eagle bars. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even if you're not streaming, if you just record while you're doing stuff, and then like you can like show yourself doing stuff and fast forward and speed it up and show it and just make like videos of it, put some music behind it. That would be dope, man.
Yeah, I was planning that. So I was planning to do tutorial videos, right? So like if people want to learn like the steps of how to cut leather, how to do this, how to do that, cool, right? So I can do that for folks. And then not only, just stuff like that. So I'm still like trying to process the whole thing. But I think the future for me is, you know, I'm still part of the community. I'm not going away, right? I'm here to stay. I'll be all over the place as much as I can. But I do want to help bring people that's outside the community in, right? And I think by doing this type of channel, this type of thing I'm trying to do, I think I could bring a big presence to this industry, and I think it'll be beautiful, you know, and I think it'll be cool. And it'd be good to help folks outside the community where, you know, they learn crypto the right way, you know, can help with their finances. So they actually could start their own businesses, start their own dreams, start the right way of doing things. Instead of going to the bank and, you know, becoming freaking, you know, like in debt for the next 5-6 years because they want to try something, you know. I think that's horrible.
Oh yeah.
I think it'd be pretty cool.
So when launch, you think within the next 2 weeks you'll have your website up?
I'm honestly, I'm hoping like in the next less than 10 days or less. I'm hoping,
Dude,
right?
you're gonna get
Hopefully, like,
bombarded with orders, bro. You know that,
well,
right?
Listen, like I make these things not to, because I don't want the community to get this misunderstood, right? Like I don't want them to think I just want to make shit just to take their money from them, right? Because I know, listen, a lot of people do a lot of things to try to take money from Hexicans, right? And it sucks, right? I'm doing this out of love. Nobody wants to buy one thing. I'm okay with that. I'm still going to keep on building and making things, right? Because I enjoy doing this thing, right? A lot of people don't know, man. From last year to this year, I spent almost 30K in this community. People spend way more. But sponsorships, doing this, doing that, different events, and the stuff. People don't realize, like,
man,
a decent amount invested in this community, you know. So
I'm sure you get hit up all the time. Hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you help
even
with this?
myself,
I've been on both sides of that.
2,000 hats. It's not still not going to make up what I invested in this community, right? But it's not about that, right? It's more about I chose to do that. I chose to invest because I care about this community, right? Like, I see the passionate people in the events and stuff like that. So, like I said, if people want to buy my stuff, cool. Hey, I appreciate that. Much love, right? The money's gonna go back into Hex and crypto, anyways, you know. But if not, that's fine. You know, I enjoy what I do.
So once the website's up, people will be able to order.
Yeah. So I'm gonna set it up where it's gonna be clean enough to understand where if you want to just make this type of hat where it does come off, you click on the menu, you know, regular hat, standard, blam. You send me the image you want, or you could pre-select whatever I have there. And in a couple of days, it's in your house.
That's awesome.
If you want your special hat, the one you want, right? You select the hat. You select removable patch or Velcro, whatever I'm about to call it, right? Swappable patches. And then if you want the bundle, you select any 3 that you see there. I'm going to have like over 40 different designs. All different cryptos, all different things. You can select from there. If not, if you have your own custom one, you email me the file. I slap it on, I make it, I send it your way. So, and like I said, if somebody wants to patch this fucking wide, like, excuse my language, this wide, hey, so be it. I make it, right? They want a small one, they want a triangle, they want a heart, they want whatever. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter the shape. A lightning bolt, I can make it, right?
That's awesome.
It's just designing. It's very simple. So yeah, and then not only that, let me show you one little before we go. Let me show you one little thing I did for my kids. There's a lot of products I make that you guys don't know. I'm gonna surprise you guys with. I know we have a lot of people that like wine and stuff. Oh yeah, maybe some cool wine boxes. That's pretty. That's unique. Awesome. Like cool stuff, you know. But let me tell you what I made for my kids really quick.
Absolutely.
This last thing, really quick.
What? So I think, and I could be wrong. I think he's gonna show you something for their taekwondo.
Yeah. So my kids they did taekwondo, so they received the white belt. So I made this for them.
Right? Oh wow!
Yeah. So it has.
Awesome.
So it says my kid's name, Olivia, blah blah. It shows white belt, the date they did it. Yeah, and I hang this up on their wall. And what I do is I hang it up, and then I have the white belt under it too. I buy a separate one and I hang it up on in their room.
That's dope.
So I am speaking to the taekwondo teacher to make a deal with him. Like tell him whatever price it is. And then, sell it to the parents and the kids and all that stuff. Some of them sold it. They fell in love with it. So there's a lot of cool stuff. I know we have a lot of sports people in our community too. So I have a couple of sports things I'm coming out with, products I'm making, basketball, baseball, all that stuff, football. So it's a lot of cool little things I'm gonna be doing. So
it's going to be awesome, man. I can't wait. I need to get an order in for a wallet.
Very exciting.
Hey, yeah. So wallet-wise, I'm going to have about, I think between 8 to 10 different styles, right?
Damn.
From it's different selections, right? So from two pocket wallets to 3 to 4 to 6 wallet pockets to a 6 pocket wallet with a bifold. Remember there's different styles, right?
Yeah.
And then with the wallets is very simple. You can either keep it plain and like you saw the tan color, I just make it like that.
I want that gradient.
If you want any type of engraving on it, the hex pattern one that I did. You could put that on there if you want. I could do, if you want like the KSB TV on the wallet, I could do that. So
on the website, are you going to accept PayPal?
I think I'm going to try to do all. Try to do all. Yeah. I don't want to limit anybody. So
will you accept Hex?
Hey, whatever. If I do accept hex, I'm just gonna restake it. So it is what it is, you know.
Right.
So it is what it is. So
That's awesome.
yeah, dude. It's like yeah. So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm just coming up with, and it's been a fun journey. I think I recommend anybody out there, if you want to try something, try it, man. You never know if you're gonna be really good at it. You never know if there's a mass amount of people that wants you to make stuff like this. Honestly, I didn't expect the community to be this responsive of me making these things. But yeah, man, like I said earlier, man, I have like probably no lie, like 200 DMs that people are like, forget about when posting, when you know, like
When Marco, when crafting with
when
crypto.
website. I'm like, I'm almost there,
Yeah.
guys. It's just hard, man. I'm a one-man army.
So do you have your domain already? Like, will we know what website to go to?
Yeah, so I have, it's gonna be craftingwithcrypto, right? .com, right? I
Okay,
do have the
awesome.
guy. It's gonna be I'm gonna be using Shopify for now, to be hosting it and doing all that stuff.
Shopify's amazing.
I have the guys he's literally almost done finishing up. I just I could have showed it. I'll send a picture on Twitter. I created my own little photo booth. Like I said, if I don't have to spend the money, I don't like to spend the money, guys. If I can make it myself, I make it myself. I made a badass photo booth. It came up really good, and I started taking my own professional pictures, of my products and stuff. So I sent it to him earlier, and he just wrapping it up. He's just putting things in place and stuff like that. So let's see how it goes.
Awesome.
Is if there was something that you could send to Richard so he could flex in one of his videos, would it be a hat? Would it be a wallet? What would it be? A watch holder?
Be my guy right
You
here.
know?
This is what started it all, man. Honestly, this is what started it all, right? That got me, yeah, I'll be honest.
Have you ever? But you should make him a watch holder out of leather in the shape of a hexagon and send it to him.
I don't want to talk about my other plans I have, but yeah.
All right.
So yeah, there's a couple of things I'm making. That some Hexicans requested, and I started playing with it, the designs, and I'm like, oh shit, this shit could work. So
Nice.
a couple of cool things, man. I think I might hit up Hex Toy on the side. I'm like, yo, let's do a quick collab.
Yes, all the collabs.
Stuff. So, it's cool. A couple of cool things, and there's one thing I would like to make for Richard, and I won't say what it is, but when I perfect the technique of me making it, then I think he'll deserve to have it.
That's awesome. When you master your craft, when you learn a little bit more, when you
he deserves. Not that no Hexagon deserves top notch, but I like.
You don't want to send him something.
I hope he could put it in his museum, one day, So.
Oh yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I could be like, yeah, my shit's there,
So what's the website again?
So it's my name, craftingwithcrypto.com, right?
Craftingwithcrypto.com.
Yeah.
That's simple.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then I was gonna have a simple with the website domains, right? You could have different ones, but you could have them all routed to the same thing. So I was thinking about even shortening it too. So give people different names, like, hey, Crafting with Crypto or CWC.com or whatever it is, and something simple that they could remember and they could go there. So yeah.
That's awesome, man. Very cool, brother. Well, thank you for coming on, man.
Yo, listen,
I feel like I learned so much. That was awesome.
I appreciate it. I didn't expect you guys to ask to do this, but thank you for that. I think that was cool.
No, thank you.
That was a learning experience for me to actually do this with you guys and explain and show you what I do and how I do it. And
it's good practice.
It was cool, man. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
You're gonna be doing it a lot here coming up. I have a feeling, and you're gonna be really good at it, man.
I hope, man. I hope. It's just like I said, man. It's I think I want to reach out to the community. Like if anybody knows how to do edits or stuff like that, just a couple of tips or tricks, send them my way if you can. I appreciate it. I don't expect anybody to do anything for free. If I gotta pay for the service or even for the tip, so be it. That's how serious I am. But yeah, man, it's just like I said. Once again, it's hard doing this solo. Like I'll send a picture once again of my shop and you see like I built this by hand. Every single wire, every single thing. I'm proud of what I did, But it's
That's
fun.
Awesome.
It's cool.
I love what you said right there. Like, if you have any tips, give me a call. Let me know. I was talking earlier about, what are the 8 great work habits if you want to be successful. Having and maintaining a student mentality is up there.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of the 8 habits that you have to have. You have to have and maintain a student mentality. You don't know everything. There's always something that you can learn from someone. Yeah.
Always.
Even if you don't like that person or if they get on your last nerve, there's always something that you can learn from everyone. You know who I learned that from? A lot of people, but mostly Funding Jim. Gary, man, like he lives by that. He's like, hey man, your network is your network. There's always something you can learn from everybody. Yeah. I'm like, bet. That's actually really good.
Like I said, if I don't know it, I know we're wrapping up here, but if I don't know it, like guys, when I say I don't bullshit, man, Motley and Wendy's, I'm not sure they're in the chat now. They could tell you, I'm texting these guys 3, 4 in the morning, and I'm showing the products I'm making late at night, literally 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I just love this.
That's awesome.
And
That's
then
awesome.
like even learning like programming, like when I was learning Adobe Illustrator, I was hitting up Gold Key, Gold Key from Maximus. I was hitting up like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, like, yo, bro, I need a tip real quick. Are you up? Like, hey, appreciate it, bro. Motley, you're the man, bro. I love these guys. Motley,
I love Motley.
Nothing. Freddie's always supported me, but Motley and Wendy's too, man. These guys, they've been my inspiration. These guys, they push me every day. I speak to them every day too, and they've been like, they've been big supporters of mine. So God bless them. They help me out a lot too. So
it's hard not to support somebody who's awesome.
I'll stop it.
You make it easy
Accurate.
for everyone to support you, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man.
You make it very easy for everyone to support you.
Tell that to my wife.
Very cool. Well, thank you for coming on, man. I really appreciate it. It was an awesome show. Hell yeah.
This was cool, man. Sure.
It's great to have you. We appreciate you. Community appreciates you.
This show, I think, is great. I think it's phenomenal. I think you guys are gonna do big things. There's a lot of talented people in this community, man.
A lot.
And you guys are gonna help share this knowledge and wealth with them, and
Heck yeah.
pass it on. And then before we go, I do want to give prayers to Rob. I know recently he had a heart attack.
Yeah.
God bless him. Prayers with you, bro. You just get well and get back on stream, man.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah,
definitely
you.
sending prayers out.
Yeah.
But I know we have a long list of people that we need to get on the show because there are so many talented people in the community. But I definitely would love to have you back on, Marco. I'm sure SJ feels the same way, and KSB TV, I'm sure they're super down with it. So
yeah, that'd be cool, man.
As soon as we can, I'd love to get you back on, man. A follow-up to after everything opens up and once you get things rolling and
that's a great idea.
Promo show, something that'd be dope. Super awesome. Well, thank you everybody for joining us here. Everybody in chat, thank you. SJ, do you have anything?
Thanks, everyone. No, this was phenomenal. Like, legitimately raised the bar for our stream and really what we can do here. So love it.
Thank you for lifting us up, Marco. We appreciate you, brother.
Hey, listen, thank you for having me, man. This was great. Great experience. Thank you, guys. Seriously.
Everybody else, go to ksb.tv for all your latest community updates, and we'll catch you later.
Ciao.